सुनने वालों को सिराज ज़ैदी का बहुत बहुत आदाब, नमस्कार and good afternoon. You're very welcome to the program. You're listening to Apna Radio, broadcasting at 93.9 Dublin South FM. Each Thursday, I'm here with you, and I hope I can connect with you. Doesn't matter where you are in the globe, in Dubai, in Mumbai, or in Delhi, or in wherever you're listening to me. You're very welcome to the program, and I hope you're going to stay with me until 4 o'clock local time, and perhaps 9:30 or 9 o'clock, 9:30 if India time. Today's program, quite a lot of items. In fact, as I said, the world never stops, so I don't stop either, and Apna Radio don't stop either. And so therefore, I'm kicking off with the fresh bulletin from Charmaine Colvin, and Charmaine is here with the news item, and therefore I would play that straight away to give you the focus on what's going on in the world.
Good afternoon, I'm Charmaine Colvin, and here is the news from across the globe on 93.9 Dublin South FM. As the ongoing conflict in Gaza continues, India has urged Indian nationals to relocate to safe areas. This comes on the back of reports about an Indian national who was recently killed near the Lebanon border. Earlier this week, 2 Indian nationals were seriously injured when an anti-tank missile hit a plantation in Margaliot. The Israeli embassy in Delhi accused Hezbollah as orchestrating the attack. Despite the escalating conflict in the Gaza Strip, thousands of Indians are still applying to work in Israel, which has seen a considerable drop in manpower since the war began. Nearly 100,000 Palestinians have been barred from working in Israel, causing a major impact on Israeli industry. India has capitalised on this deficit as high unemployment has forced Indian nationals to take higher risks in Israel to earn a decent income. A State of Working India report by Azim Premji University reckons 42% of graduates under 25 years old are unemployed. In line with protests around the globe, thousands of Indian farmers have restarted protesting to demand minimum price guarantees for their crops. Strikes were suspended last month out of respect for a young farmer who died during the protest. Delhi borders are heavily bordered with a strong police presence to thwart the protesters. Prime Minister Modi is keenly aware of the importance of keeping the farmers on side, as India is just a few months away from going to the polls for the general election. Farmers form a significant voting bloc in India and could play a key role in the outcome of the election. Talks with the government broke down on a number of occasions as the farmers sought reassurances over assured pricing as well as pensions for the elderly and debts to be waived. Protesters have asked the government to double the number of workdays under the Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme from 100 to 200. They also want India to withdraw from the World Trade Organization and get rid of all free trade agreements. Farmers believed they were successful when they protested in 2021, demanding the scrapping of farm rules around sale, pricing and storage. They now say the government has gone back on its promises. India's economy continues to go from strength to strength as it retains its title of the world's fastest growing major economy. With an expansion of 8.4% in the last quarter of 2023, India is forecast to overtake Japan and Germany as the world's third biggest economy over the few years. Growth in economy was better than predicted, with a strong performance by Indian manufacturers, whose sector expanded by 11.6% in the period. Domestic consumption, which makes up 2/3 of India's gross domestic product, also rose by 3.5%. People's spending power was significantly affected in 2023 as a result of high prices of staple foods, such as onions. This resulted in the government introducing a number of measures to help curb food price inflation. Last week, the government confirmed the construction of 3 semiconductor plants to the value of $12 billion by firms such as Tata. The agricultural sector, however, which accounts for around 15% of the Indian economy, has continued to suffer because of monsoon rains affecting crops. Disney is joining forces with Mukesh Ambani, India's richest man, in a deal worth $8.5 billion. Ambani's Reliance Industries will lead the new streaming business, which will see more than 120 channels reaching a potential target audience of over 750 million customers across India. India has become a significant battleground in the streaming business, with giants such as Amazon and Netflix investing heavily in a rapidly growing market. India's Railways Minister has said the drivers of a train that crashed in southern India last October, killing 14 people, were distracted watching a cricket match on a phone. Both men who lost their lives in the incident were watching India play England during the World Cup. Initially, it was thought that the train had overshot a signal. The train crash is one of several major accidents in the past year, most notably the train crash last June where more than 300 people were killed in the eastern state of Odisha. Another Ambani making the headlines is Anand Ambani, who celebrated his forthcoming wedding to Radhika Merchant in a 3-day extravaganza, which saw Bollywood mixing with the likes of Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg and Rihanna. It was Rihanna's first ever performance in India, and there are claims she was paid around $5.5 million for the short set. Not bad if you can get it. And that's all from me. You have been listening to 93.9 Dublin South FM.
Indeed, you have been listening to Charmaine Colvin at the 93.9 Dublin South FM.